Yo. I Alright, round one. Oh, Aiden's playing. Oh, you're set. Roblox son going for who's Rifleman? No, bro, I'm not letting anyone join. Why is my game not full screen? Now round one. We got 07 versus Nick. Looks like Nick has timing. This is a NA server. It's B server first. Nick kills 07. Now we got Aiden giving it to someone, and then Josiah switching up to Josiah. Unable to track it back to Josiah. Gets stuck in the corner for some reason. And now we got Barra versus Nick. Nick holds on Barra. Runs on Barra. He might die here, but he doesn't. He doesn't get reached. The EU. Now we got Bob versus Josiah. Bob killing Josiah. We got Bob going for Roblox son now. Bob holding on Roblox son. Roblox son has timing. Bob dies. Killer in a 1v4 now. Nick going for him. Killer grabs it. Holds. Unable to give it back. First point goes to Beast. Nick going for Roblox son. Giving it to Roblox son though. Who's Rifleman? That's Fuse, I'm guessing. Barra killing his own teammate, Fuse. 07 versus Nick now. Nick dies to 07. Josiah versus 07. 07 dies. Now we got Josiah going for Barra. Barra kills Josiah. 2v3 now. We got Aiden. Giving it to Killer to give to Roblox son, but Roblox son dies. Killer versus Greg. Greg kills Barra from that. Killer versus Aiden. Aiden unable to give it back. Greg in a 1v2 now. Looks like Greg might have timing, but unable to give it back though. Now we got Greg going for Killer on the start. Killer, unable to give it back. Gives it to Bob, though, to sacrifice. Greg, still going for Killer. Killer, unable to give it back. Aiden, giving it to Fuse. Fuse dying. Minigame was stopped. What the fuck? Oh my god. Greg and Killer battling it out. Chains it. Yeah, you're right. 1-1. 07 chaining it to Roblox Son from Killer. 1-1. Roblox or Killer going for Aiden. Aiden giving it through the wall. Barra gives it to Nick. Nick dies. Killer going for Aiden. Aiden unable to get it back. Now we got Josiah in a 1v5. Killer's going for him. Killer holds on Josiah. Josiah dies. Point 2 goes to Sharks. Jake's going for Aiden. Unable to kill Aiden. Jake says you're not good, lol. Garbage kid. 07 going for Aiden. Aiden holding on 07. 07 unable to give it back. Bob and Roblox on now. Roblox on switching up though to Barra. 3v4. Beasts are up right now. Killer holding on Greg. Greg kills Barra though. On accident. Killer and Bob in a 2v4 now. Killer kills Aiden. Now going for. Gives it to Nick, but Nick gives it to Josiah. Josiah versus Killer. Killer grabs on Josiah. Killer tracks it back. Brings it down to a 2v2. Killer about to grab. Fails to grab. Gives it to Greg. Does not have timing. Greg is able to give it back. Killer dies. Bob in a 2v1 now. Bob does an ankle. 2-2. Jake's going for Nick. Nick runs it. He should have grabbed that. 07 now going for Roblox Son. 07 looks like he has time. Can he give it back? He fails. Aiden going for Killer now. Switches up to Greg though. Barra sacrificing for Killer. Greg holding on Killer. Killer grabs. Is he able to give it back? He is. Kills Greg. Josiah going for Jakes. Jakes kills Josiah. Stomping on him. 2v3 now. Jakes is dead to Roblox. 2v2. Killer holding, overholding way too much. Bob sacrifices though. Killer grabs. Aiden trying to interfere a little. Brings it down to a 1v1. Killer grabs, kills Aiden. 3-2. Killer going for Greg. Killer should grab that. Grabs it. Is he able to give it back? He is. Greg dies. Killer using shift lock on him. Josiah versus Jakes now. Josiah overholding way too much. Josiah dies. Killer has timing. Kills Nick. How did Vera not die there? Aiden. Chaining it. Vera grabs. Unable to have timing though. Aiden going for Bob. Giving it to Bob. Giving it to Roblox Son. Bob looks like he has timing. Reaches him through the wall. Aiden in a 1v4 now. Oh, 7 dying to Aiden. Aiden running. Ankles him. Kills Bob. Killer and Aiden in a 1v1 now. Aiden shuffling on... Oh my. Three. I don't think that was a shuffle. Wait. I didn't see correctly. I don't know though. 07 died. Aiden. Unable to give it back to Barrow. Now that was a shuffle. Jake's dying. Bob versus Greg now. Bob reaches Greg. Switches up to Barra. Barra dies. Killer and Bob in a 2v4 now. Killer's dead. Bob needs to 1v4 this. Bob has timing. Gives it back. Roblox's dead. Brings it down to a 1v3. Bob looking like he has timing on Josiah. Gives to Josiah. Needs to grab that. Never mind. He doesn't need to grab it. 2v1 now. Bob holding. Kills Nick. 1v1. Ooh, that might have fucked him. Grabs. Doesn't give it back. Very close. Is it 5-3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4-3. Roblox Son giving it to Barra. Barra unable to give it back. 3v3 now. Aiden going for Jakes. Jakes holding. Aiden kills Jakes. Roblox Son holding on Killer. Killer dies. Bob in a 1v3 again. Can he do it this time? This time. Oh, he gets reached. 4-3 or 5-3. Nick dying. Roblox on holding on 07. 07 able to give it back. Aiden killing Vera. Killer giving it through the wall. Killer get hold of. Killer dies. 2v3. Bob not grabbing, chaining it though. Unable to chain. Bob versus Aiden now. Bob looking like he has timing, able to give it back. Aiden dies. Josiah in a 1v2 now. Bob dies. Josiah in a 1v1. 07 gets reached, gets stuck. Six three. Nick dying. Greg going for Killer off the start. Killer unable to grab, fails to give it back. Aiden versus Jakes now. Jakes switching up to Josiah. Josiah killing Jakes. Jakes. '07 versus Aiden. '07 looking like he has timing, able to give it back. '07 kills Aiden. 3v3 now. Beast need to, Sharks, oh my god. Sharks need to win this. Vera dies. Damn, I said like every team besides Sharks. Josiah kills '07. Bob in a 1v3 now. Bob kills Roblox Son. Brings it down to a 1v2. Bob gets reached. That's game. That's a set. 7-3. Wow, everyone sucks except for Killer. Yeah, Denji, you suck, not gonna lie. Denji, your ass cheeks at the game. Toka has 6 Robux. Yeah, Zillow, don't talk shit on my name ever again, bro. Get the fuck out of here, pussy. You're banned from my chat now. 6 Robux? Look at this. Nah, Denji, I was joking. You did good that game. You kind of carried that game, I'm not going to lie. Kibo, if Kibo would have stepped up, y'all would have won. Kibo has been, like, terrible recently. He hasn't been to his full potential. Like, all honesty. If Kibo would have stepped up, y'all would have won. No, bro, you're not commentating. No, it's game 1, not set 1. The game's not over. One, two, three. They got 7. CB reset in time though. Oh my! What is Omaton doing? It is not EU, bro. It is not EU. Why am I stuck in spectate? Okay. Oh wait, I gotta reset the score. Why are they still joining first, bro? Like, look. It's supposed to be Shark server. Y'all want to see brain rot? I'll show you some brain rot, bro. I sent this in the group chat. Here. Bro, this shit is so funny to me.
Sydney, no, it was a simple trust ritual. Oh, like I didn't just see you swapping alien spit. Not that I care at all. I do not understand, Jimmy Neutron. Is the pale, homely female your mate? No way! Homely? Good, because I do not think she is worthy of you. Oh, yeah? Well, who asked you? No one. I'm just saying is all. Do you want a piece of going on?
No, I didn't mean to.
On between you.
Here, wait, this is it.
Sydney! Hey, bro, stop!
You lost your mind, dude. I dream about girls fighting over me every night. That and swimming in a vat of pudding.
What's going on?
I need meat.
Well, don't look at me. I'm a vegetarian.
I knew it. Carl owed me $2. He thought you were a Republican.
Vegetarian means I don't eat meat. To normal. Oh, you can bet they won't ignore me.
No way they shut down again.
Catnip to those boys.
They poop on you in a box?
That's kitty litter, you idiot.
Cheating yet? I told
15-9
you.
by
I
Jake.
use a complex
No,
algorithm based
I got,
on the dimensions of the jar.
Jake's beat me 18 to 16. As soon as I woke up first in the morning. But when I was warmed up, I beat him
Genius.
15-6.
Now, give me my ice cream, monkey boy.
On between you two. No, Sydney.
Like, I literally just woke up and got on, and he beat me 18 to 6. Or 18 to 16. $18 to 16 is what I lost to. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I wasn't warmed up or anything, but then we 1v1 later that day, and I played. Not gonna lie, I think that was me. Okay, it's EU. Bro, I lost 18 to 16 as soon as I woke up first in the morning. Alright, are we playing now? Bob, going for Aiden. Vera dying. They had 6. Wait, I'm confused. Bob dying. Yo, Kibo, I want you to know. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk shit. 07, killing Josiah. 07. Dying to Nick. Nick, chaining it to Killer. First point of the second set goes to Beast. No, bro, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna reset it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Killer lagging terribly. Okay, I want you to tell him one of them to sit out a shark player. It should be what? Nick fails to give it to 07. Yeah, Spy would have gave them a 10. Elmaton's just. I'm not the ref though. Josiah dies to Barra. Greg going for Jakes. Jakes unable to give it to anyone, just sitting there. Barra going for Aiden. Barra fails to grab on Aiden. Aiden kills Barra. Oh, 07 holding on Aiden. Aiden unable to get it through the wall. Guessing. Fails to give it though. Robloxon versus Bob. Robloxon gives it to Bob. Bob able to give it back. Greg in a 2v1 now. What was the score set 1? I think it was like 7-3. I think it was. Or maybe 7-4. Greg gives it to Bob. Brings it down to a 1v1. Greg, gonna guess. Unable to give it. Oh my god, what the fuck? Beast win point 2. Walnut, unable to get reached. Robloxon going for Walnut. Walnut gives timing to Robloxon. Unable to give it back. Trying to get saved. No one wants to save the Walnut. Robloxon going for Barra. Musty reverse chaining it. Musty going for Bob now. Musty giving it to 07. 07 giving it to Robloxon. Musty giving it to Bob. Musty getting timing on 07. 07 unable to give it back. Greg giving it to Musty. Musty going for Killer. Killer on a 1v4 right now. Musty gives it back. Reaches him. Point 3 goes to Beast. Musty killing Killer. Oh, Killer. Jake saving Killer. Bob holding on Aiden. Aiden dying. Killer going for Nick. Nick having timing on Killer, it looks like. Yeah, Killer unable to give it back. Donatello versus Bob. Bob going for Musty. Switches up to Ear. Ear dies. Bear versus Nick now. Nick kills Barra. Oh, Barra actually gives it back somehow. What the fuck? Musty versus Bob. Musty unable to kill Bob. Barra going for Greg. Donatello, I mean. 07 able to give it to Donatello. Donatello dies. First point for Sharks. Bob going for Nick. Chain playing it though. '07 dies. Musty killing Bob. Musty going for Barra. Box interferes a little. Musty killing Barra. Kong killing Josiah. Box going for Killer now. Killer switching up to Nick. Going for Donatello. Kills Donatello. Nick saves, actually. Kong going for Musty. Musty unable to give it back. Kong in a 2v1 now. Box versus Kong. Kong unable to give. Did I hear a reset before the bomb went off? Bro, what? Whatever. Kong kills Donatello. Box kills Kong. Kong changes it to his own teammate for the foul. Kong going for Box. Box gives it to Kong. Barra saves Kong. Josiah versus Kong now. Kong unable to grab. Kong dies to Josiah. Musty versus '07 now. Oh, wait, what was the score? Okay, yeah, score's right. Musty unable to give it. '07 dies to Box. 5-1. Jake dies to Donatello. Box versus Kong. Kong versus Donatello. Unable to give it to Donatello. '07 saves Kong. Donatello going for his own teammate. Box giving it to Nick to kill Bob. Barra. Oh. Killer versus Aiden. Aiden dies to Killer. Brings it down to a 2v3. Musty. Oh. Kong ankles Josiah. Musty versus Barra now. Musty versus Barra. Barra gives it back to Musty. Brings it down to a 2v1. Nick. kills Kong. Nick gets reached. Barra versus Nick. Nick unable to give it back. 5-2. Bob dying to Roblox son. CB dies to I don't even know who. Kong switching up, giving it to Jakes. Jakes. No, I don't want to commentate. Greg dying. Kong giving it to Barra. Change it to Musty. Nick versus Killer now. Killer looking like he's gonna hold on Killer or Nick, but unable to give it. 07 versus Nick now. '07 kills Nick, brings it down to a 2v1. Aiden for the win. Or no, not for the win. Aiden killing '07. 1v1 now. Aiden unable to give it back. 5-3. Jakes versus CB. CB getting lost completely. CB dies. Kong versus Box. Box switching up. Box. Musty saving Box. Donatello versus Kong now. Donatello switching up and dies. Kong versus Box. Box switching up to Bob. Bob holding on Box. Unable to give it. Bob dies. Box versus Barra now. Box reaches him through the wall. Jakes versus Box. Walnut versus Box. Walnut gets stuck in the wall, unable to give it. Nick versus '07. Nick unable to give it. Kong versus Box now. Kong fails to reach Box. 5-3 or 6-3. Oops. CB going for Jakes. Fails to give it. Kong versus Donatello. Donatello giving it to Kong, killing Box. Box dies. Kong going for Donatello. Donatello giving it to Barra. Kong messing it up, interfering. Donatello holding. Gives it to Kong. Kong holding. Kills Donatello. Killer getting lost. Jake sacrificing. Kong having messed up timing. '07 saving. Killers need to be saved twice. Killer versus Kong versus Nick. Nick dying. Musty in a 2v1 now. Musty dies. 4-6. Box dying. Bob versus Ear. Ear kills Bob. Kong versus Nick. Kong grabs on Nick. Nick dies to Kong. Ear versus Khan. Walnut versus Musty now. Walnut. Khan interfering though. Musty dies to Walnut. Donatello going for Khan. Khan kills Donatello. 5-6. Donatello versus Khan. Donatello dies to Khan. Walnut versus Musty. Khan interfering. Khan killing Musty. Khan going for Ear. Khan holding on Ear. Ear dies. Walnut giving it to Bob. Bob lag warning completely. 07 sacrificing. Barra killing Nick. Aiden in a 1v3 now. Going for Walnut. Walnut unable to give it. Oh, it does give it back. 6-6 overtime. Box going for Bob. Box tracks Bob back. Khan versus Ear. Khan Box interfering, messing Josiah up. Musty versus Khan. Khan switching up to Nick. Khan switching up again. Giving it to Jake's. Jake or Walnut sacrificing. Box going for Khan still. Box kills Khan. Box going for 07. Box grabs on 07. 07 dies to Box. Barra in a 1v4 now. Barra grabbing on Nick. Barra dying. 7-6. Donatello versus Khan. Donatello getting reached, giving it to Box. Box dying. That was a very bad choice. Khan going for Donatello, giving it to Bob. Bob running from Donatello. Donatello dies. Juana giving it through the wall to 07. 07 killing Nick. Khan doing something in the middle. Giving it to Jakes. Giving it to Musty. Musty gives it to Khan. Musty kills Khan. Bob versus Ear now. Ear giving it to Barra. Ear giving it back to Bob though. Ear unable. Oh, they chain play it with Musty. Ear dies to Barra. Musty needs to win this. Musty's gonna get reached. Yep. 7-7. Set point. Good luck. Nick going for 07. Nick kills 07. We got Khan. Ear going for the Walnut. Walnut switching up to Donatello. Bob chains it to Donatello. Box going for Khan. Khan versus Box. Box switching up to Nick though. Walnut unable to give it to Josiah. Musty versus Khan now. Musty holding on Khan. Khan gives it back. Khan unable to grab. Musty kills Khan. Bob versus Musty now. Bob gives it to Musty. Musty dies. Nick versus Barra now. Barra giving it to Nick. Barra unable to grab. Fails to give it to Nick. Ear versus Bob now. Bob needs to win this to stay in the game. Bob takes out one of them, brings it down to a 2v1. Bob versus Nick. Bob unable to give it back. Beast win game 1 of Sharks versus Beast.